Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you how you can fix your hazed headlights at home with very simple steps. So here you can see a before shot I made of my headlight. It's a bit sunny right now, so after you will see a little bit of difference because the sun goes away, but you get the idea. So basically the first step you need to do is take some soapy water and a microfiber cloth and clean the headlight, and then you go ahead with the second step, which basically it's the sanding. I am using an 800 grit sandpaper to sand my my headlights, but obviously you can use 600, or you can use different sizes of sandpaper. You can go like 600 the first hand, and then you can go up to 1,000, maybe 2,000 grit for a better result. But I'm using only an 800 grit sandpaper, and obviously, as you can see, using a wet sanding. I use soapy water to wet my headlight, and be careful, do not sand when it's dry. Use plenty of soapy water because you may damage the headlight if you do it dry. But obviously I've seen videos over the internet of people that do this thing even on dry, but I'm not comfortable with that. Maybe you can use dry sanding your headlight with higher grit, maybe 1,000 or more. So it's up to you, but I recommend using wet sanding for this process. After you are satisfied with your sanding, and obviously make sure to mask out your car. I didn't do it because I didn't have time, and I feel comfortable doing it without masking out the paint job. But obviously my car, it's also beaten up, so I don't care if I scratch a little bit the paint, but I didn't. So just be careful not to scratch your car, and make sure to tape and mask all your paint job before doing that. As you can see, I had to use the hair dryer to dry out my headlight, because as I told you, the sun got away, the weather became a little bit cold, so I had to use the hair dryer to dry the headlight. And obviously it needs to be dry before you use the polishing compound. This is a Sonax version. I bought it for about $5 at a local store. So you just apply the polishing compound to the sponge. As you can see, I have a rotary tool with variable speed, and I suggest you go with the lowest speed possible because you risk damaging your headlight if you go with very high speed with this rotary tool. And be very careful not to polish for a long time on a spot. Keep the rotary tool always moving up and down or left to right, so you don't damage your headlight, because obviously, since it's made of plastic, if you keep your rotary tool for too much time on a single spot, you will risk damaging your headlight by doing so. So keep your rotary tool always moving and not on the same spot for a very long time. So then I applied another coat, another layer, and polished again with the polishing compound. You can do one layer, you can do three, you can do what how much you want, but obviously again be very careful. Obviously you can use a sponge and use your hand if you don't have a rotary tool. I have done this before, it can be done, but obviously you have to use your hands, and it's going to be a little bit tiring because you have to do it by your hand, because you have to apply a little bit of force on doing this if you decide to do it by hand, if you don't own or if you don't feel comfortable using a rotary tool. And again, be very careful, don't use the rotary tool too much on a spot, because you will damage your headlights. Like you will see on this photo in here, when I did the other side, the other headlight, you can see it's not too clear, but you can see two spots in there, two spots, a little bit white spots where I did keep my polishing my polisher for too long on a single spot, so they left a little bit of mark which I couldn't get away. Anyway, you have to be very, very careful since I did this mistake. I don't want you guys to make the same mistake. And then for the final step, you just grab a clean and dry microfiber towel and you just clean thoroughly your headlight. You just clean it very, very well, so you so you get the leftover polishing compound over the headlight away, and you are going to get left with the finished product, which basically it's going to look very, very much better, as you saw in the start of this, in the beginning of this video. And here is a shot after I finished both of the headlights, and obviously the result is really, really good, and I am really, really happy with the result I got by only using just a simple sponge, a rotary tool, and a polishing compound. Obviously here you see a before and after shot, so you can compare the results better, and as you can see the difference is very, very clear. And obviously, as I told you, on the after shot there is no sun, so the result or the photo may be a little bit dull, but the results, it's even better when you see it in person. And for the final step, obviously I couldn't do it because I couldn't find clear coat on my local store, but for the final step you just apply a clear coat over the final product, so you can keep this look for a much longer time, because obviously the clear coat is going to keep this look for much longer time, or at least till the clear coat comes away. Because if you don't clear coat your headlight, then obviously the headlight is going to get hazy again, and it's going to get hazy much quicker without the clear coat. So even though I didn't do it on this video because again I couldn't find clear coat on my local store, I highly suggest that you use clear coat, and clear coat for plastic, not clear coat like you use on the regular car. But obviously I think that that product should work fine too. Okay, then that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also turn on post notifications so you never miss one of my videos, and as always, catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.